Hi everyone, this is Bree from Bree Originals, and today we're going to teach basic crochet. We're going to teach the basic stitches of crochet. There are 6 stitches, and you start off with your chain stitch. In order to make a chain stitch, you got to make a slip knot. So we'll begin by making a slip knot, and you just take your yarn, twist almost like a pretzel, and then just bring that string through, just like that. Very easy to make a slip knot. We'll do it again. You just twist and bring through, okay? At any time during our video, please pause the video to practice on what you need to do to get it right. You can always start the video. And one thing I want to tell you, it's very important to keep the correct tension. The way I bring my hands, everybody does it different. I just bring up just like this, and I hold my string here, and it helps me with the correct tension. You don't want it too tight nor too loose. If you look at this loop right here, this is a perfect loop for this needle, you see? So we're going to go begin with our chain stitch. So we're going to grab the yarn and pull through. You see that? Grab the yarn and pull through. We're doing the same thing constantly, okay? So, and you don't want it too tight. If you're forcing your hook, it's too tight. Loosen it. See how you can loosen it and just pull through. We have 3 chains. If you can look, 3 chains we just did. We're going to make a total of 10. So let's do the same thing. Just kind of grab the yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 10 should look just like this. They should all look the same. They should not be tight. If they're tight, pull them out, start all over. If they're too loose, pull them out and start all over. And then you can just start the video at any time. Our first stitch we're going to learn is the single stitch. And that's one of the main stitches is the single stitch. Everybody knows the single stitch. So in order to make the single stitch, you see where our yarn is. This is the first stitch. You see that? This right here is the first stitch. So we're going to go into the first stitch. We're going to yarn over. You see that? We're going to pull through. Once we pull through, you'll have 2 stitches on your hook. You yarn over and pull through. That's the single stitch. We'll do it again. So the next stitch, you can see the next stitch because this is where the stitches are. So the next stitch would be this stitch. Okay? You go through the very next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. You see that? And if you pull it a little bit, you can see where the next stitch is, right there. So we're going to do that. Go through, grab the yarn, come through, yarn over, pull through. Okay? So we did 3 singles. So we're going to just work our way to the end by doing the same thing. And you constantly make sure that you have the right tension. You don't want it to be too tight, and you do not want to force. Okay? You see that? So we don't want to force anything. So we'll finish this together. Fill a stitch. You take it all the way to the end. It's important. Okay? Now, what we're going to do, we're going to chain a stitch and turn our work. Okay? What we're going to work on next is the half double crochet. In order to make the half double crochet, it's the same as the single, but you yarn over, go through your stitch, yarn over, pull through. Instead of having 2 like the single, we have 3. And we pull through all of them. The only difference from a half double to a single is you yarn over for a half double. And everything else is the same. You come through, you wrap around, and you go through all 3. Okay? And that's a half double. And it's just making it a taller stitch. Okay? So let's finish that. And I'm going to turn off the video right now and meet you at the end. Okay? So let's do that. So now I'm at the last stitch. And for beginners, it may be hard to see, but you can see it's just that one stitch there. Everything starts kind of looking together, but just point out that one stitch. Okay? Wrap it around. We're going to go through both of them. Both of the chain. Wrap it around. Bring it through. Okay? You see? That's the half double. So now you see we did the chain, the single, the half double. Now we're going to chain, but we're going to chain 2 because we have a taller stitch. Okay? So let's chain 2. And this one is our double stitch. Okay? We're going to go into this stitch, which is the very next stitch. We're going to wrap it around. We're going to go through our stitch. See that? Grab our yarn, pull through. Now, we still have 3 stitches on our hook, just like the half double, but this time we're going to pull through 2. Okay? Just through 2. And then we're going to wrap it around and we're going to pull through 2 again. You see that? Okay, let's do that again. Wrap it around. Go through your stitch, all the way through your stitch. Pull it through. And make sure you have the right tension. Wrap it around. Bring it through 2. Yeah, wrap it around and bring through 2. Okay? Let's do that again. And this again is the double stitch. Okay? So go ahead and practice this. Wrap it around, go through, pull it through, wrap it around through 2 and through 2. Go ahead and practice and I'll meet you at the very end. Okay? You get to the end. Okay, we're at the end here, and again, you got to find that stitch again. You see it's right there, right there. So what we're going to do, we're going to wrap it around. Those little tricky ones on the end. Go through. Wrap it around. You see, pull through. Wrap it around, go through 2. Wrap it around, go through 2 more. You see that? So now we have the chain, the single, the half double, and the double stitch. And we have another stitch. This time we're going to chain 3 because we have a tall stitch. Okay? We have a tall stitch. And this is called the treble stitch. Treble stitch. We're going to wrap it around twice this time. This makes a big, tall stitch. We're going to go through. We're going to pull through, okay? We're going to go just through 2 of the stitches, okay? We had 4 on there, 2. Now we're going to go through 2 more of the stitches. You see that? And we're going to go through the last 2. So, in fact, we made like 6 stitches. 2, 2, and 2, right? So let's do it again. We're going to wrap it around twice. We're going to go through. We're going to pull our yarn through. We will have the 4 stitches on. Make sure, again, the tension is perfect. You can't have too tight or too loose. We're going to pull through 2. We're going to pull through the other 2. And we're going to pull through the other 2. You see? Pull my yarn, excuse me, and then there it is. So one more together, wrap it around twice, go through that stitch, and you go through the entire stitch, go all the way through, grab, wrap it around, go through 2, wrap it around, go through 2, wrap it around, go through 2 more. See that? Okay, let's finish it up and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, we're at the end. And so we're going to wrap it around twice. Go through that. Make sure you go through the whole stitch there. Tell you those ends can be tricky. Go through 2, go through 2, and go through 2. Okay, you see what you got here. Now there's one more stitch I want you to learn, and these are the 6 basic stitches. So we did our chain stitch, our single, our half double, our double, our treble. Now it's a slip stitch, okay? So this time we'll just chain 1 because it's a short stitch. Now the slip stitch is just slips through. So we're going to go through just like that, grab our yarn, bring it through, and bring it through. That's it. That's a slip stitch. Let's do it again. Go through your stitch, grab your yarn, pull it through, and pull it through. So you're not going to have stitches on your hook. You're going to pull it through and pull it through. You see that? All the way through. That is your slip stitch. And that's it. So you'll see patterns calling for slip stitch, or if you want to finish something like that, it's a slip stitch. So let's just finish that together. It's almost like making the chain stitch actually, but you're going through stitches. Okay, and then at the end you'll chain 1 and turn. So this is all you need to know. These are the 6 stitches. Again, we had our chain stitch, we had our single, we had a half double, our double, our treble, and our slip stitch. And you can continue with your little sample by doing it over and over again and making a belt, a headband, or whatever you want to do. So enjoy. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, please push like. Thank you and have a great day.